Hey Aries, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do a November mid-month checkup. See just what's going on for you. Whatever comes out. So we got the Six of Pentacles. All right, so nice sense of balance, keeping it together. You might be getting recognized for this, like you're kind of just firing on all cylinders. In this Page of Wands, it's like, yo, Aries, what you doing? Let's see about this. But I don't know if you want to be drawn into the fray because it's the Five of Wands. You could be itching, though, to be like, okay, this is nice and stable. This is delightful, but I'd rather be doing something else. But you're not quite sure exactly what it is, and you're ready to just kind of, like, get into it, even if you don't know what it is. Yeah, you're ready to just kind of, it's 2 5s. So there is an element of, there's change, there's a shift, but it requires leaving something out. So I don't know if you find people are not lining up with you, or like you're like, this situation ain't it anymore. So what is this Page of Wands about? The Lovers. So if it's about relationships, or you're dealing with a Gemini, either or, there is decisions about whether or not you move forward in a particular way. I almost get the feeling like things are cool until they're not cool. Like you're giving your time and energy, this was great, and then something comes in where you're like, that ain't it anymore. And you're trying to find out what it is for the rest of the month here. Because the Lovers can be about decisions. So what is this Five of Pentacles about here? King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you don't want anyone shaking your coconut tree. You're not about that life. Oh, and then here you are. That's what I mean. Something's cool until it's not. Because it's the Magician. You're like, I'm manifesting. Like, I got all this stuff. Then the Four of Cups, you're like, meh. I'm going in a new direction. Literally. Because there you are. So and also this also backs up another Gemini issue. So I don't know if there is Gemini sitch going on here. A little bit of earth sign, a little bit of fire. But for the most part, it's like everything was cool until it's not cool and you're looking for the next thing. I feel like you do find it though with the King of Pentacles, and this doesn't have to be like some grand life change scheme. This could be like something that you feel more comfortable doing, or something that you've wanted to pursue and you didn't, but now you are. Like there's kind of that energy to it. There's a little bit of, not necessarily a fight, but the shift, change is not comfortable. And there's a little bit of uncomfortability between the here and the there when you get there. So give me advice. What is Aries going to do? So how can Aries do this? Okay. Queen of Swords, the Devil. Cut out distractions, cut out things that are not really working for you. Or in the positive sense, you might get a Capricorn that kind of helps you make decisions. So Devil doesn't have to be like all negative all the time, but it just examine the stuff, because you had the Six of Pentacles. It was your time and energy. That's where that's going. It's doing things the right way. Devil can kind of be like, okay, I got to call out the spots where I'm not doing what I should be doing, or this is something that's like an obstacle for me that like is of my own making. You know what I mean? Like I say I'm going to do something, or, and then I don't do it, or I think something's going to take an hour and it actually takes 2 hours and then I'm behind. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of stuff. So actually give me just one final parting shot for Aries here. King of Cups. Yeah, keeping emotions and everything chill. You can feel very strongly about what you're getting into and what you're doing. So, like I said, there was something that like seemed cool and you were doing all the right things, and then it was like, like it just wasn't what you wanted, or you thought you wanted it, and it turned out that it was like not quite it. So find it, okay? As I'm looking like the stars underneath there, but doing the Oracle real quick. Let's see what the Oracle's gonna say about it. The track. Train track, being real stable, being real on top of the game. The Bride, what you want. And you're longing for it, but it's going to take discipline and maybe a little time before you actually see what it is, where you gain the recognition of exactly what it is. Give me one on the, or 3, whatever. I love the way these talk in a sentence. So yeah, with the Bride, what do you want? There's the birds, the coffin, the letter. So yeah, I feel like there is news that kind of shifts the game, or like an opportunity comes up, because you did have the Page of Wands and then you get the 2 communication cards. But this is like, this can be low-lying petty gossip kind of stuff, like real like chirpy, because birds, chirpy chirpy. And then the coffin means that ends. So there could be a level of communication that you are leveling up on and being more clear, being more decisive, more on top of stuff. So, you know, that could be actually part of it. You know, being with the devil card, being more like susceptible to like, oh, did you hear? You know, I mean, and gossip is fun as anything, but I'm like, get in the dark. So, you know, there's some kind of clarity in the communication potentially, stuff that's scattered, because the letter is more like formal, concrete stuff, and the birds is more like chirpy kind of energy that's a little more scattered. So there could be an end to that, and you're focusing in on something. You're like zeroing in. It'll take a little bit more time than I think you want, because the ship takes a little longer, but you do recognize it. But there's a little bit of work that's got to go in. Remember, you had the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, so there is kind of a decision of what stays, what goes. Is this worth fighting for? Is it not? So kind of stay in the balance, but look for the thing that really kind of lights you up, you know, because I think that is going to be a factor. Because like you had the Magician and you're like, meh, with the 4 of Cups. I'm bored. And now you're on to something new. So Aries, that's what I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.